And now back to our coverage of the tentative WGA deal tonight. For more thoughts on this topic, senior editor at Deadline Hollywood, Dominic Patten, joins us tonight. Dominic, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, first of all, Dominic, put this into perspective for us. What do you make of this tentative deal?
I mean, I think this is an amazing victory for all concerned. Obviously, the writers have been on strike for 5 months now, almost. You know, the studios have held out. They didn't talk for over 100 days. They had a very bad set of talks in August that blew up in the studio's face. Then, earlier last week, midweek, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the big four studio CEOs, Ted Sarandos of Netflix, Bob Iger of Disney, NBC Universal's Donna Langley, and Warner Brothers Discovery's David Zaslav started sitting in the meetings directly at the AMPTP, which is the group that represents studios in labor negotiations, at their headquarters in Sherman Oaks. And, you know, it went back and forth. It was a roller coaster. As we reported on Deadline almost hourly about what things were happening from sources we had, you know, it seemed like they had a deal, then they didn't have a deal. It looked like at one point on Thursday they had a deal, then it went apart, then it went apart again. We know there was a lot of impetus for people to try to get something done before Yom Kippur started, which of course was at sundown today at about 6:48. Well, at about 7 o'clock, we heard that it had happened, and pretty soon, not long afterwards, we put up a story, and the official announcement came out a few minutes later, and there we go. They have a deal.
Now, Dominic, we know that the Guild still has to vote on the contract. Can you walk us through what exactly happens next?
Yes. So what happens next is this. A memorandum goes to the WGA negotiating committee, which is led by Ellen Stutzman and has various members of the WGA in it, as well as some quite well-known writers and showrunners, what have you. They look at that memorandum and they vote on it, which I'm sure they will vote unanimously because they've all been a part of that. Then that goes to the WGA West Board and the WGA East Council, which sounds a little confusing, but basically the same thing under different names. They will then have a vote on that. It is estimated that will probably happen on Tuesday because of Yom Kippur. So we could probably see that vote happen on both coasts by around noon Pacific time. And then if they vote on that, that's a vote on ratification. Then we should hear not long afterwards exactly when the ratification vote will start and when it will end. Expect that to take a few days. Probably, but obviously things can always change, but probably that will be by the end of this week. We will know when the first day of voting. That will probably last about a week, and we might even have the announcements and the results for that vote by the end of next week. During this time, you know, writers will not be picketing as we move towards this ratification vote, and so this is going to change the dynamics a little bit. What's interesting is, of course, SAG-AFTRA, the actors union, are still on strike, and it's going to be their time to make a deal. And let me tell you, if we've seen any solidarity between the WGA and SAG-AFTRA so far, you can be damn sure the WGA are going to show some of that solidarity for their sister union as they go into their own talks with the studios and streamers.
Sure. Dominic, we also know late night talk shows could be back within days. Now, what are some other productions that could come back now?
Well, we're going to see, as you said, some of the late night talk shows could come back pretty quickly. So the Jimmy Kimmels, the Jimmy Fallons, the Seth Meyers, the Stephen Colberts. We could also see some talk shows. You know, we all heard a lot of things about Drew Barrymore of late, of course, on, off, and now off again, now maybe on again. Bill Maher and many others. But this is all going to be a process that's going to have to play out. You know, one of the things that's frustrating, I'm sure, to many on both sides of the negotiating table, having to deal with people like me especially, is the process. There is a process here, and this process has to take place. So when we hear of a tentative deal tonight, everyone thinks everyone's back to work tomorrow or on Tuesday. It plays itself out a little more than that. And of course, never be surprised if there's a wrinkle or something like that. And it can be the smallest thing. Someone can be sick and not be able to make a board meeting or something like that. But this pretty much looks like the train has left the station, is on the tracks towards one of the Hollywood strikes being over and the next one now going to negotiations. So we could see things moving pretty quickly towards Halloween.
And Dominic, you touched on this briefly, but the actors are still on strike. Do you expect the studios and SAG-AFTRA to go back to the table now? Oh,
yes, I think pretty quickly. I mean, look, the WGA has always been the most militant and, let's say, vibrant of all the Hollywood unions. Their membership is much, much smaller, though, than SAG-AFTRA, which has about 160,000 members. So I think that a lot of the issues you saw them dealing with or talking about, there is some overlap with the actors union, but there's also some things that are distinct that the actors union have. But this sets a template of détente, so to speak, in Hollywood labor relations, which is something we did not see for most of this year. I think in many ways, too, it might also help set the stage in terms of where things are going to go over the next decade. In the next couple of years, we're going to see IATSE and the Teamsters also making their own contracts with the studios. So we're going to see a lot of dynamics in terms of labor going forward. But I think what we can say is this was a long strike. It almost broke the record. If it had been 156 days, I think it would have broke the record for 1988 of the longest WGA strike in history. As it is, it's the second longest. I think that we're going to see them hold that second longest record, and I think we're going to start seeing things opening up in the not too distant future.
Yeah. All right. Dominic Patten, senior editor at Deadline Hollywood. Thank you so much for your incredible insight tonight. Really appreciate that.
Thank you.